Hello, good people. Thank you very much for joining us this side. We really appreciate your time. Yo, guys, I feel disappointed, man. I feel very disappointed that Cyril Ramaphosa was humiliated in front of the whole world. This was planned. It was planned. I struggle to understand why it was not picked up, and who's advising him? Who's advising Cyril Ramaphosa to not have thought about something like this? I was telling someone that, guys, today we're going to witness the humiliation of Cyril Ramaphosa in front of the whole world, and it just happened. It happened in front of us. I mean, I respect President Cyril Ramaphosa. For me, I look at him as a well-respected man, but today I feel like I lost some respect of him. He misrepresented facts, man. He didn't push back a lot, and also misrepresented facts when he talked about that EFF and the MK are minority parties. EFF and MK are not minority parties, guys. EFF is not a minority party. The MK is not a minority party. Let's not lie. Those were lies. And guys, let's face it. The reason Donald Trump summoned Cyril Ramaphosa and his cabinet to come to the US Oval Office is not because of the white genocide. We all know that. These are all lies. It's not because of the so-called white genocide, which is just misinformation. It's not because of that. We all know it's because of the whole genocide that's happening in Palestine. That's the genocide. That's the reason why Ramaphosa was summoned. And it's also because of the BRICS. South Africa is moving away from the American empire to now befriend countries in the East. If you talk about Iran, China, Russia, and America doesn't like that, because we all know that America depends on the dollar, and the more countries move away from America, it means, and form relations with China, for example, it means their trading will not involve the dollar. As you know what's happening with the BRICS. They're trading amongst each other's currencies. So already, if the USA dollar is not being traded with, that means American economy is in danger. It can fall any time. That's why they're busy traveling the world, especially the Middle East, where they are doing these tours with the Gulf states. You saw Trump going to Saudi Arabia, Qatar. So the whole thing is about Israel. We are here because we are in court. This looked like a court, and Cyril was summoned and was brought to say, hey, you, and then now he has to now defend himself. Imagine another president from another country, not even from a continent for that matter. At least if this was an African country or African president inviting Ramaphosa, I'll understand. Why are we being summoned by America and being told how we should run our government? This guy was being humiliated. He was not even the center stage. The center stage was the TV, and then the TV was where behind him. No, it was on the side, so he had to bend like this to be able to see what he was being shown. This was a big disrespect, guys. They were facing the other side, and the TV was behind them. Such humiliations. Imagine they traveled all the way just to watch Julius Malema talk on TV. They left him here, and they flew to the United States of America to watch Julius on TV with Donald Trump. No, man. These guys, they went all the way. They looked for Julius Malema's videos, and they formed the narrative based on Julius Malema's videos, because crime affects everyone in South Africa. I don't even want to talk about the crime issue, because we know it's not about the crime issue. It's not about the genocide of white people in South Africa. It's all because South Africa took Israel to the ICJ to say Israel must be investigated to check if they're committing a genocide. And the court found that yes, it is plausible that Israel could be committing a genocide in Gaza. Now the ICC has issued an arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu for the wars that he's doing in Gaza. You know, he's a war criminal. He's a wanted man. So this has nothing to do with genocide in South Africa or for white people, whatever. And then another thing is, okay, they played Julius Malema's videos to prove their genocide claim. So they used Julius Malema's videos to say there's genocide in South Africa against white people. I mean, guys, white people are the most privileged people in South Africa. We all know that. Why are we even discussing this thing? That's why I feel like Cyrus shouldn't have traveled to the United States of America, because I feel like he was set up there for failure. And he walked into the lion's den and he didn't know how to react. I mean, okay, he started well. He started very, very well. And I felt like he was confident. I felt like he had some spine. But then as Julius Malema's clips and all the questions and what Trump was saying, Cyril couldn't push back. He was too respectful. You see, this thing of being an African sometimes is not good. We are too respectful. We like to negotiate. We like peace. We don't want to fight. We don't want to do anything for ourselves. We're always looking for help from these white countries. I don't understand. And today is a very special day, guys. This whole thing is happening on a very special day. Ivory Coast just got liberated. You know, kudos to the Ivorians out there. We need these kind of things to happen across all Africa, because it's time that Africa must wake up. We cannot continue like this, where we get humiliated like this. This is my president being humiliated in front of the whole world. Everyone is watching. He's being humiliated. I don't know why he went there. My spirit is down, because I respect Cyril. I really do. I feel like he has contributed a lot for our country, you know, during the struggle and all. But coming to now as a president, you know, he does look like he's a sort of a puppet, like William Ruto, all those African presidents that are puppets to these Western governments, you know, William Ruto, Alassane Ouattara, and all those what do you call it? Those guys in Rwanda. It's sad, man. So he played that visual of so-called crosses, which apparently they represent people, death. It's all death. No, guys. That's why they are running to America, because they can see that the Chinese are coming. The Chinese are coming. Even the Chinese cars are here. You know, this empire is falling. This is an example. It just maybe it's early signs of an empire. But I just feel like our whole president was summoned by another country, by another president, and being put in the middle and in a corner where he's being questioned, he's being talked to by these people. Why do they have to have a say about how we run our country? I don't understand. And they can't even provide proof that there's a white genocide in South Africa. Okay, we all know that it's not because of that, right? They're just fronting. The reason they call this one here, the reason they call this one there, is because they just wanted to humiliate him, because he was bold enough to take Israel to court for the genocide they're busy committing there in Gaza, in Palestine. Israel is busy committing a genocide in Palestine, and Cyril Ramaphosa is dying for that, for taking the Israeli government to court, and also is dying for allowing the whole BRICS thing to flourish like it's flourishing, and also being part of the BRICS. So it looks like South Africa is moving away from the USA, and the US doesn't like that. So painful to see our president having to stretch like this, guys. Like, there's no respect. Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on. It's crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to say, guys, no, I feel very disappointed. I feel very embarrassed, because this was embarrassing, the whole thing. I don't know what was the point. Okay, it was to embarrass Cyril Ramaphosa. It was because he took Israel to court, and also because the fact that South Africa is part of the BRICS. Those are the two sins committed by South Africa for joining BRICS and also taking Israel to court, to the International Criminal Court of Justice. Yeah, because we made a spectacle of the whole thing last year, and now we are paying for that. But I feel like Cyril deserves it. He could have said no. We've seen President of Egypt saying no. Yeah, not yet, you know. You need to be ready to go there. You don't just rush to go to America. Why do you rush? You can see that things are not okay. You can see. It's in front of you. You can't tell me that Cyril doesn't know that why the reason they brought him to the White House is because he took Israel to court. You can't tell me that he doesn't know that, but they won't say it. No, I can't. But anyway, misinformation will never win though, because there's no white genocide in South Africa. White people are the most privileged people in South Africa. Those who travel there went there. They went there because probably they felt they didn't get opportunities, or they're not skilled enough, or they're just poor because they can't be farmers. There's no farmer that will leave his farm to go to the US. To do what there? What are you going to do as a farmer in the US? Anyway, guys, thanks. Let's meet again in the next upload.